find out. Oh my god, that's a dirty keyboard. Holy shit. Enough cat air. No, where's the other USB port? Oh, it would be under there. Why do you put it under there for, Microsoft? Right, let's see if we can type with the keyboard. I doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, I think I know of a way to get it to work if I use the Cronus Max in like the PC like mirror mode, where you can use your PC's mouse and keyboard, but it sends it over to the Cronus on the Xbox One, which is pretty fucking clever, really. The Cronus is a pretty sweet piece of kit. It's so small as well. GG. Good man. Good man. Right, let's... Clutch Kid will do as a guinea pig. Send message. Right. Oh my god. Nope. Experiment complete. I mean, I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would. If it didn't allow your old pads and your old joysticks, I severely thought that they'd lock out the keyboards as well. So yeah, you can't even use a USB keyboard like you used to do. You used to be able to use a USB keyboard. And now you can't fucking use that. But there's some way of doing like, I mean, I only got the Cronus Max this morning, so I've not really had much time to experiment with it. But there is tell of, like, say you wanted to play Call of Duty. You can't even use a USB keyboard. Nope. But there is tell, like, if you've got the Cronus Max and you put it into like the PC link up mode, say you wanted to play Call of Duty or Battlefield, you can use your PC's mouse and keyboard as if you were playing on the Xbox. That's what I hear. I don't know how to do it, but that's what I hear. And there's no, you can't just plug your mouse and keyboard into the Xbox One, so it has to go through the Cronus. But I don't know how you do it yet. I'm gonna have an experiment over the weekend and find out. Well, exactly. This is the next fit. It's a good point, dude. You know, like, you're gonna have to buy an Xbox fucking keyboard, aren't you? I'm definitely gonna force you to buy a specific keyboard that only works with the Xbox One and costs like $50. Yeah, it's gonna be like a fucking 30, 40 pounds over here. It's probably over here. It's gonna be like 35 or 40 quid for a fucking keyboard when you could pick up a £5 key. All I want to do is type a message to somebody. I don't want to fucking write an essay on it. You know, I'm not doing my fucking final dissertation and shit like that, you know? All I want to do is, like, literally have the keyboard plugged into the Xbox, pick it up, go, GGS dude, well played, you fucking Ryu's a monster, fuck yourself, goodbye, and, you know, that's it. That's all I want to type. Maybe not that, but... You know, just, that's all I fucking wanted, man. That is all I wanted. can't believe. I mean, I knew it. I mean, I'd not tried it, but I fucking knew a USB keyboard wouldn't work. If your old pads and your old sticks didn't work, there's no fucking way a USB keyboard did. It has to be like some kind of like, there's some new certified Microsoft fucking chips in the new pads, and if it doesn't authenticate with those, no dice. And that's the way the Cronus works. You've got the little USB dongle in the Xbox One, and what you've got to do is when you turn on the Xbox, you have an official pad plugged in via a USB, just a standard fucking micro USB to regular USB, and it authenticates through the Cronus and the Xbox, and then it'll go like authenticating, done. And then you unplug the Xbox pad, and then plug the USB stick or whatever you want into it. You know, you can plug a fucking PS4 pad in, you can plug a 360 pad in, plug a PC USB pad, whatever you want. Plug whatever you want in. But that's how it works. You've got to send like an authenticated pad signal through the fucking thing first, and then plug in the thing you want. So it's a bit fucking, like I say, it's a bit annoying every time you turn on your Xbox, but you know, it's not that big of a deal really. I would much rather, Xbox off, I would much rather spend like £50 for a USB adapter to fucking play it than spend £180 on a fucking stick, and probably about £15 postage and packaging as well. So better part of 200 quid for a new joystick when I've got a perfectly fine joystick right there. It's getting on. One of the buttons is, well, it's still alright actually. It's loosening up a little bit. One of the buttons were a bit stiff, but it's actually loosening up quite a bit. A proprietary authorization chip in them. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's something like that. There's something in there. There's something in these pads now that changes shit up. Like, it needs to, like, authenticate with the pad and go, yep, you're an official pad, okie dokie. And if it don't get that, no dice. Which is gonna cost, it's gonna make, like, third-party pads, like, really fucking expensive compared to normal, innit? Because they've got to go to Microsoft, haven't they? Every third-party pad, it can't just, like, you know, make a pad, a USB pad that goes into the 360 or all like that, you know, and make sure all the buttons line up right, and there's an Xbox button and a back and a start and shit. Nope. You've got to go to Microsoft, haven't you? And you've got to make sure that you buy the fucking chips to authenticate the pads. Because otherwise your third-party pad ain't gonna work. Get off me pad. Not get off me pad, but get off me, comma, pad. Fucking tangling wires and shit. Why is this shit even necessary again? I asked the same thing, dude. Seriously. I asked the fucking same thing. I mean, there's not much need for the fucking Xbox One or the PS4, period. The equivalent of, like, a PC from a year and a half, 2 years ago. But, I mean, outside of that, yeah, the stuff, like, with the USB pads not fucking picking up and stuff like that, it's just a big fucking moneymaker for Microsoft. Just a way to skim extra money out of people and skim more money out of third-party companies. Oh, could you imagine? Fucking I'm in the middle of the Killer Instinct game and Claire comes over. Xbox off. Fuck you! I'd get my own back. She'd be in the middle of a Dota game or a Hearthstone arena, I'd just fucking turn a PC off. Fucking unplug it. I can literally just press a button on a PC and it'll start to go into shutdown. So, it's like, well, I'll get my own back. Well, to be fair, it only took about 3 months to crack the Apple chip and start making cheap copies of Lightning connectors. Oh, well, if they crack the Apple stuff, then fucking Microsoft's got no chance, have they? Yeah, actually, that's a good point, Nogard. That's a good point. It's basically like DRM, innit, for pads. It's a fucking hardware-based DRM, innit? That's exactly what it fucking is. Cheeky sods. Seriously. Like I say, I have very little good to say about the Xbox One, but then again, I didn't really have that much great things to say about the Xbox 360 neither. I mean, I'm a PC gamer, so I don't have particularly, glowing appraisals of consoles. But, you know, they have games I want to play, so it forces my hand into buying them or getting them. Like, the PS3's got shit like Demon Souls. The 360 had all the fighting games and shit like that, so I had to get a 360 because they finally ported over, like, Injustice and Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. But, you know, like, about a year or more after it came out. I mean, Street Fighter 4 was years afterwards. Blaze Blue never got ported to the PC as far as I know. So, if you wanted to play fighting games, as crap as they were online, you had to fucking buy the consoles. So, it's like I say, I have no fucking affiliation for consoles now whatsoever. I used to love them in the old days. Even when I had a PC, I still loved consoles. I think it was up to, like, the PS2. And even the Xbox original was alright, not for the games, but, you know, for, like, using it as, like, a media center and shit like that. That was great. But after that, the 360 and the PS3 were kind of like, you know, if I want to play fucking certain games, I need to fucking have the hardware for it. And it's the same with the Xbox One. I wanted to play Killer Instinct, so I had to get an Xbox. See you later, Pit Mimi. Pit Mimi. You're a lot of whiskey. Holy shit. Oh, it is indeed 6:30. I better get a move on myself soon, actually. It's same with, like, the new Guilty Gear coming out. Guilty Gear Xrd. Like, that's only going to be on, like, PS4. So, I mean, I'm probably going to be fucking still loving Killer Instinct, so I might resist Guilty Gear Xrd, but, you know, like, it's Guilty Gear. I fucking love Guilty Gear. So, it's very tempting, and it looks a great game, so I'm very tempted for a PS4, but I've got to be honest, like, no fucking way, man. No fucking way. I'm going to be feeling the sting of this fucking Xbox for quite some fucking time, so I honestly don't want to repeat. I don't want to repeat of it. Not by, like, I mean, the Killer Instinct was a bit of an exception. But it's going to take a game, like, you know, some exception game to get me to get a PS4. And I don't think it's Guilty Gear Xrd. Not when I'm already sated on the fighting game front. You know, if I hadn't gotten Guilty Gear, Killer Instinct, might have been tempted to get Guilty Gear. You know, buy a PS4 and get the Guilty Gear. But PS2 was awesome. All the consoles were awesome. All the consoles were awesome. In some way or another, they were worth owning. Every single fucking one of them. Every single one of them. Up to the PS2. Even the Xbox was worth owning. It was a fantastic media center, if anything. Even if you didn't play the games on it. And there were some good games on the Xbox. There were some good games on the Xbox. Some great little party games and shit, like Fusion Frenzy and shit like that. They were great. And, like I say, worst case scenario, use it as a fucking media center so you could watch fucking movies and TV through your Xbox on a big screen TV. Which, bear in mind, this was before you could just hook up your PC via HDMI to a TV. You couldn't do that in the Xbox generation. So it was fucking great to be able to do that. The PS2, however, was the games fucking console then, compared to the Xbox. It had way better games. Way better games. And then after that, it just went downhill. The 360 and the PS3 were just full of, like, cross-ports that were terrible. And online play that was horrible. And they got it into their heads that they could cut corners and use peer-to-peer networking for every fucking thing. And it's like, no, it doesn't work. It's like, oh, well, it works a bit, doesn't it? You know, it's playable. It's like, no, it's really not. You know, the only folk that really found it playable didn't really know any better. And even they were complaining about it. Like, what the fuck happened there? I shot you with like 10 bullets, and you shot me once and I die. You know, even somebody that didn't even realise what was going on with the peer-to-peer networking could still tell that this wasn't right. So I give Microsoft props for the Xbox One. They realised peer-to-peer needs to go, and they've fucking dedicated server like shit. Dedicated servers out the arse. So I give them credit for that. They did it right. I don't know what Sony's stance on dedicated servers is on their games and stuff like that. I've got to be honest, I actually know very little about the PS4. I have not seen one running. I've not heard much, if anything at all, about them. I don't know what the online play's like. I have no idea. No idea. Yeah, even the Wii had some decent games on it. But the Wii fucked up with online as well. You know, it was a very bad generation, the last one for online. Very, very bad generation. And there was no excuse neither, because most of them were running on like PC architecture and shit like that. It's like, they knew the networking needed to be fucking server-based, not dedicated. Yeah, do you know what? I actually agree, actually. The Wiimote and Nunchuk was easily my favourite first-person controls outside of a mouse and keyboard, obviously. I found it way better than a pad. Way better than a pad. Certainly more fun. I got to agree with that. I've played Metroid Prime a little bit, the Wii version, with the Wiimote and Nunchuk, and it's actually quite fun. Makes me arm ache a little bit, but it's actually quite fun. It's certainly more engaging than a pad. Like, if I don't want the precision and... Well, I always want the precision and the control of the mouse and keyboard. But if you can't have that, I really would like the Wiimote and Nunchuk. Because it's like, well, at that point, I'm just looking for fun. And the pad just isn't as much fun. You don't have the control of the PC and, you know, the mouse and keyboard. And you don't have the fun of the Wiimote and Nunchuk. So it's like the pad sits in the middle and does neither thing very well. But yeah, like I say, I'll start cutting the... I mean, I don't think they really deserve any slack cut, but it's how it is. You know, like... I certainly don't regret getting an Xbox One. Fucking no way. But it's more... Do you know when I say it? It don't sound... It don't come out right. It don't feel right. It feels more like... I should say, I don't regret getting Killer Instinct. That's what I don't regret. Not at all. And like I say, unfortunately, the Xbox One is the vehicle to playing Killer Instinct, so it's just how it is. Like I say, no love for the Xbox One, but much love for Killer Instinct. With the Kinect, can you make a gun shape with your hand and use that? I think you actually can. I mean, to be fair, the Kinect is actually a really advanced piece of kit, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't like using it, because you can't just fucking mute it or turn it off as far as I know. But as far as technology goes, it's actually really fucking clever. Like, really good. It pisses all over the last Kinect. The last Kinect looks like it could be a fucking disposable camera. And this is like the fucking Canon fucking you know, like, proper like, what's the fucking SLR camera with the fucking digital fucking shit on it and everything like that. It's the full fucking deal. It's pretty good. It is actually an impressive piece of kit. But it's also a huge motherfucker. It's really big. Like, it takes up so much room on your desktop. Yeah, I do plan to play Killer Instinct. Guilty Gear. That's if, like, I don't know. It really depends on my money at the time. If I've got a few £100 lying around, which I highly doubt, then maybe I'll pick up a PS4 just for Guilty Gear. But seriously, man. Seriously. Don't fucking let Calarium be saying shit like that, because I cannot buy another console for one fighting game. I just can't. I mean, it's got nothing to do with fucking Claire like going at me all that. It's just I don't want to fucking do that again neither. It's too much for just one game. It really is. It's like when you by the time you're done with it all, it's like fucking hundreds and hundreds of pounds, and you're just buying it for one game. It's like this is why I was late to the last console generation because there wasn't the games there to really entice me. Like one or two games, not enough to buy a console. It's not enough, but no, not a hint at the fucking stream. Not a hint at all. Like I say, I ain't fucking getting one. Cause because the other problem is, it's not just a case of like getting a PS4 and Guilty Gear. The other problem is you need a stick for it. And I don't think the Cronus Max works with a PS4. Exactly. A PS4 for Guilty Gear, an Xbox One for Killer Instinct. It's way too much fucking money. I don't want to spend that amount of money for two games. It's too expensive. I had to pick one or the other, and Killer Instinct was out now and was great and is great. So that's the one that I chose. I have, like I say, it was between Killer Instinct and Guilty Gear Xrd, and Killer Instinct was out now, and I don't know very much about Guilty Gear Xrd, so I chose that. Like